Welcome back, guys, to our last video in 2024 playing Fort Aspenwood. Here we are on the Luxon side, and I'm playing with Eviscerate as my elite. So this is a very classic warrior build using shock, so going warrior slash elementalist. And honestly, this build was used kind of since Prophecies came out. The only skill I have in my skill bar here that's a little bit of an update is Lion's Comfort. This is actually a Nightfall skill, but this build still holds up today. Here I'm using a spear, actually the anniversary spear, to gain some adrenaline. And then my goal is just to try to stop these amber runners here. So bull strike on this elementalist and start laying down some damage. This build's very strong. It has deep wound with eviscerate. Executioner strike deals some nice damage. And of course, disrupting chop is a nice way to interrupt them. So overall, I'm a fan of this build. I've been using it kind of since day one of my random arenas, my PvP time in Guild Wars. So let's see if we can make it happen and kill Gunther during this game. Team setup looks pretty good. As you can see, we have a lot of elementalists on our team. We have 2 mesmers, a monk, and myself. Of course, taking down these gates as a warrior can be a little bit difficult if I'm doing it solo, because these guys do use unsteady ground, ward against melee, sliver armor, so it's hard for me to actually hit them. But it's down. Let's go ahead and take out some of these NPCs and continue pressing forward. Try to pull this warrior a little bit outside the ward. Try to get outside of unsteady ground and take them out. My fast attack here, I have Frenzy, the classic. Of course, I take double damage. I can cancel it out by using Rush. I just need to make sure I have adrenaline built up to use Rush. I can also equip Sprint on my skill bar. But warriors have very low energy, right? I only have 20 energy here. And Shock is going to cause me some overcast. I'm also going to be using Bull Strike a lot, so even with Frenzy as well, 5 energy. So I don't want to rely on Sprint in case of energy issues. Also, it's recharged, I think, 15 seconds. So, alright, so not a very good showing so far of the build. I've been killed a couple times now. But playing melee, you can't get discouraged. You have to just keep on going at it. It has its moments for sure. You can see how low my energy is here, though. Can't even use Bull Strike because of this overcast I have. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the videos this year. Hopefully you guys all had a good Christmas. Have some good plans for New Year's. Definitely enjoyed making the videos this year, and I'll continue to make them in 2025 as well. Alright, let's see if we can take out this monk. Nice bull strike. D-chop. He's down. So they have this elementalist healing. Another monk here. Their team looks pretty strong. Some pretty good defense. Well-timed shock. Followed up with some good damage. It's important, too, to switch off targets a lot. Not to just stay on one target the whole time if you're playing as a warrior. And if I do notice my monk or some of my other casters who are more of the backline are getting attacked by some melee, I can play backline support, look to knock down any enemy melees with Bull Strike or Shock. So I can play offensive and play frontline, or also I can backline as this build as well. So obviously we need to be targeting that Juggernaut to take down this green gate. But there's a lot of enemy players here. Might as well add a little bit of pressure before we start to target that Juggernaut. see that return. He just dashes back to an ally. So much melee hate in Guild Wars 1 in PvP and PvE. Makes it a difficult class to play, but still worth it. That consistent, steady damage when you can get up in someone's face is strong. As long as you're not getting anti-melee spiked. You gotta think about all the hexes, the conditions like blind. A lot of ways to stop melee in this game. I'm kind of just riding on the back of my team here, since we do have lots of elementalists dealing good damage. And hopefully I can find a nice deep wound on a spike to take down these enemies. See, we're going ahead and we're getting through this green gate here, so this is looking pretty good for us. God's Vengeance is just about 50% complete, so overall good timing in this game. There we go. Nice Eviscerate to take down that gatekeeper there. Let's go ahead and target this monk, keep him occupied. Taking some damage from this Balthazar's aura. Smiting monks you don't see a whole lot, but they can be effective. Should be calling targets just a little bit better to get these spikes in, but a lot of times people just don't listen at all. But we do manage to take down Gunther here, so I wasn't so needed, but overall good game. Thanks for watching. Cheers.